here too. She's in the storage room. Let's wait for her. I think she's looking over the contents of that floppy disk. Let's give her some time. I'm guessing you don't know about Pela's mother, right? Pena Sergeyevna was Belobog's greatest outdoor explorer. Passed away 16 years ago. The exploration team belonged to the Silvermane Guards at the time, so they had authorization. Anyway, well, something else happened 16 years ago. Pela was born. Yes. They say that despite her pregnancy, Madame Pena insisted on staying at the Snow Plains camp. She couldn't go to the front lines, but she was able to handle administrative duties. Then, finally, the day of Pela's birth arrived. Tragically, there were complications. Other serious incidents occurred that day. The exploration team ran into a blizzard and the camp lost contact with the outside world. No one knew what to do. The only good thing was that Pela was born healthy. The floppy disk, if the old research team members were telling the truth, it was something Madame Pena left behind. Madame Pena asked a colleague to take her terminal and floppy disk back to Belobog. She said they contained a treasure for Pela. She said that once Pela was older, she'd be able to understand the contents. But that colleague was attacked by fragmentum creatures on his way back to the city. During the attack, he dropped the floppy disk in confusion, only managing to bring back the terminal. Apart from Madame Pena, nobody knew what the floppy disk contained. But they say she left Pela many letters. From the moment she knew she was pregnant to the day of Pela's birth. Never missing a day. There's somewhere I want to go. Will you come too? The workshop. I'll wait for you there.
Come around and have a look.
Serval, Japard. I'm back.
Lynx! You're finally back. What's with the red eyes? Did something happen?
Japard? Way to make it obvious. Welcome home, Lynxie. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Seems like a lot went down in the Snow Plains. Thanks again for your help. I think we need a little private time. See you soon.
I should give them some time together.
She should be around here somewhere.
I knew you would come. If we had Elio's eyes, the world would not appear as it does to you and I. There are myriad possibilities overlapping one another, representing the consequences of different choices, and in every passing moment, an infinite number of choices converge on the same point and become the present, and then become the past. So, was this your choice? To respond to my request for help? I do. Blade is in a prickly situation. On the Cienjo, you're the only one I can turn to. Being stricken with Mara is the inescapable destiny of the long-life species. It is a madness triggered by the accumulation of emotions and memories. Blade doesn't remember much, but the Mara still haunts him in some form. After we arrived on the Cienjo, the Mara in him flared up so violently that even my spirit whisper couldn't suppress it. He's not fit for interstellar travel in this state. My plan is to use Spirit Whisper to temporarily seal the Mara by reducing its potency. I need to focus all my concentration, so I'll be vulnerable for some time. I need you to protect me while I suppress Blade. I know when danger will come and what form it will take. Don't worry. Together we can do this. No harm will come to you. Now, there are wandering monsters nearby. They'll spell trouble if we let them hang around. Go take care of them. Your victory is certain.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You impede me. The fight is set.
Let me take your wolf!
Let's begin.
I will
You know
dispatch you.
nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You bully!
That paradise, savor it for me.
Time for some... The galaxy is vast, beyond compare.
You impede. Your end approaches.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You impede me.
Lance at the ready.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Leave it to me.
What was...
You know nothing of the way. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
What's in your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
The fight is set.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time for some hardship.
A blade knows no mercy.
I'm on guard.
Let's begin.
I will dispel you. Fail to send you.
That felt like a time. It's good to open my eyes and see you back here. Let me tell you. I've weakened Blade's senses to the outside world, so that he's only able to hear my voice and feel my touch. He's oblivious to everything else. I'm going to transfer his consciousness away from the Xianzhou and cleanse his memories of Jingyuan, Jingliu, Insing, and your friend, Dan Hong. Again, this process mustn't be interrupted, but I can answer questions before I begin. Yes, as compensation for helping me. You don't have any questions? I put you into a deep sleep and then reawakened you, abandoned you at the space station, then lured you to the Xianzhou. I owe you an explanation or two. Don't you want to know? Oh, don't rush. We still have time. Think about it first and ask when you're ready. One rule, though. Please don't ask anything boring. Let's play Truth and Lies. It's a game I play with Silverwolf all the time. Kinda psychological. Both sides ask each other 2 questions, then give one true answer and one false answer each. So, one of my answers will be true, the other will be false. As for which is which, that's up to the asker to make the call. We don't have much time. Let's do 2 rounds to start. You ask me 2 questions, and you'll also have to answer 2 of mine. But remember, 1 truth, 1 lie. Oh, that's not allowed. Ugh, the game only works when both sides follow the rules, and I'll be none the wiser if you break them. Let morality be your guide. But I give you my word. I will abide by the rule of 1 truth, 1 lie. I'll go first to give you a demo. Oh, don't be nervous. The first question is quite trivial. You can tell the truth or tell a lie. It's the second question where the game gets interesting. My first question is, what do you think about me?
Huh? What do I think about Kafka? How should I answer? If I tell the truth, I have to lie the next time, and vice versa. Or I could just cheat. Is that really an option? Better to tell it like it is.
And there you have it. It's a pretty simple game, don't you think? You're hiding your feelings well. I'm afraid we'll have to put our game of truth and lies on pause. The Cloud Knights are here. I need you to help me get rid of them. That won't work, no matter how hard you try. This conflict is inevitable. It's destiny.
Stop. Let's begin. You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You and Peyton, that paradise, savor it for me.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
A blade knows no mercy.
Lance at the...
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
See, the future always seems like infinite possibilities, but what is destined to happen will always happen. This conflict is inevitable because the other possibilities don't exist. I need to use the Spirit Whisper on Blade again, but let's play another round first. Have you thought of your question? Come to me when you're ready. I can wait. The game continues. Your turn.
So I get 2 questions, only one of which Kafka will answer truthfully, but I won't know which answer is which. What should I ask? When I came to on the space station, I remember seeing Kafka. But everything before that is a blur. Shouldn't I ask about my past?
Because you were created for that purpose. Your body has been transformed by the power of an Aeon. You are immune to Stellaron contamination. Therefore, you could say that you are a one-of-a-kind Stellaron vessel.
No matter what she says, she looks like she's got something up her sleeve. I can't tell what's true and what isn't.
I see the look on your face. Don't bother asking. I can't tell you if an answer is true or not. Make your best guess and choose your next question based on my answer. That's the beauty of the game. I hope your next question proves interesting. The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, you could count them on your fingers. Every question and answer is constrained by previous choices. The future is like a labyrinth. Every divergence is merely an inducement. There is only one real path. Do I sound that negative? No. We believe that existence has meaning, but that meaning is bestowed by ourselves, not by choices. If you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Soon we will face another battle. Can you change that possibility?
The wind?
What's in your prescription?
Nice teamwork.
Help me!
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
You impede your end approaches. That paradise, savor it for me.
Leave it to Let's begin.
You impede.
The galaxy is vast beyond compare.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time for some hardship.
A blade knows no. The fight is set. That paradise may savor it for me.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Too little. Failed to send you. I will dispatch you.
Let me turn your
Lance at the ready.
Time for some hardship. I'm fine.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Oh. Well, you're doing a great job. The future is still clear. The real test lies ahead. The young swordmaster of the Cloud Knights. He will not be an easy foe. Until then, let's continue our game. It's my turn again. Second question. Do you want to see me again?
What kind of question is that? Will we see each other again? She'd know the answer to that one. As for whether I want to, seems obvious to me. I guess I do want to see her again. So, my answer is...
Okay, I'm done asking. What a surprise. I can't see through you. Well, it's your turn to ask a question. Come see me when you're ready. This is your last question. Surprise me.
I don't know if Kafka was telling the truth in the previous question, but one thing's certain. For this question, she'll have to answer according to the rules. Should I venture into a whole new topic? When I came to on the space station, I remember seeing Kafka. But everything before that is a blur.
Genetically speaking, you are my child. A quarter of the data that makes up your body comes from me. Of course, neither Silverwolf, Blady, nor Sam are well suited for looking after a child. So the burden of mentoring you fell on me. It was a stressful job, and I dumped you on the train as soon as I got the chance.
Stellaron hunters. The General was merciful enough to let you live, but you haven't shown the slightest bit of gratitude. Why are you here?
Because she was struck by my spirit whisper. My powers of suggestion are capable of convincing people to accept my orders, all without a second thought. Defeat this little boy and your mission is over.
You witch!
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Sword, heed me!
Stay calm. You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
A blade knows no mercy. The fight is set.
Need a doctor?
Lance at the... Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
You're all in on it!
You bully!
Punish evil!
Failed to send you.
I'm just warming up.
I will dispatch you. That paradise, savor it for me.
Leave it to me.
Let me turn your...
A blade knows no mercy.
What's in your prescription?
Unnecessary.
Let's begin. You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Cut through the ranks!
I will dispatch you. Failed to send you. Savor it for me.
Time for some hardship.
I'm on guard. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Your end approaches. Failed to send you.
You're all in on it! Punish evil!
You bully!
I'm just warming up.
You know nothing of survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
What's in your prescription?
Timely treatment.
Not a scratch.
Too little.
Leave it to me.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Cut through the ranks!
Failed to send you.
Failed.
If it weren't for you, that kid would have had me and Blade in the shackling prison in no time. Of course, Sam and Silverwolf would have broken us out, but Blady would have been gravely injured, and our relationship with the Cienjo would have been damaged beyond repair. If possible, I'd like to avoid that kind of future at all costs.
Can I leave now?
Yes, the Mara in you is temporarily suppressed. So long as you avoid overstimulation and familiar faces, you shouldn't have a problem. Wait. You're not leaving?
I am sorry, Kafka. There is a person to whom I am greatly indebted. I must see them.
Then it's in your hands. Elio didn't say anything about what happens next. Thank you for coming to my aid. I appreciate it. Our paths will cross again.
I remember you. You once followed Kafka, didn't you? There was a time when she was on a mission. You were next to her. I remember. I've yet to see anyone follow her for as long as you did, and live to tell the tale. Every Stellaron hunter has a deal with Elio. I do not know the nature of those deals, but I do know that Kafka and I agreed to take orders from Elio. She must have sought something extraordinary. Everything she does comes at a great cost. She will have done many things to keep you alive until now, young one.
Good morning! Is work going well today, Master Diviner?
I am extremely busy of late. If you have something to ask of me, do not delay. You were about to say something along the lines of, how did you know I wanted to ask something? But then you remembered who you were talking to and decided not to bother, correct? A face is not a reliable instrument of divination. On the contrary, I run a dozen hexagrams before I even get around to breakfast. The results are never far wrong. Today's divinations threw up some unexpected complications. The hexagrammatic position was facilitating between the water and heaven trigrams. The matrix of prescience gave the following interpretation. You will have 3 uninvited guests. This is ultimately auspicious.
Ultimately auspicious. Wow, sounds pretty good to me. Seems like we really were destined to meet today then. You know, I see you've been using the Matrix of Prescience to divine into Kafka's past. Well, I have a similar request.
I see. You wish to use the Matrix to relive the past and awaken parts of your memory? Viable in principle, but whether the Matrix is truly capable of achieving this result remains to be seen.
I knew it. Things are never simple, are they?
Who said that?
I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was viable in principle. There is a gap of 1,000,000 light years between impossibility and viability. I feel I must explain in detail the principles behind the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon to avoid any misunderstandings. The Matrix of Prescience does not allow one to remember anything. It merely collects data in order to infer past events, in the same way that future events are inferred. Just as Realm-Keeping Commission officers collect forensic evidence to recreate the scene of a crime, there are materials from which we can infer the past. These may be items related to the experience, or memories of the people involved. Miss March's predicament is very different from Kafka's situation, because she doesn't remember what happened in her past. I am no medical professional, but fortunately I'm very fond of reading. We understand that there are 2 types of memory loss. One where the memories remain dormant, floating around in the unconsciousness unable to be awakened, and another that involves direct erasure of memories from the brain.
Who would do such a horrible, mean thing?
Why don't we try using the Matrix of Prescience to determine which situation pertains to Miss March? Let's begin then by preparing the requisite inference materials. Miss March, your memory is unreliable. To guarantee the Matrix's accuracy, you'll have to provide something related to your past experience. Anything will do. When you're ready, come and find me in the Matrix core.
The diviner said I need to provide something from my past experiences. What should it be? How about a Xianzhou souvenir?
So, have you acquired something from your past? As a nameless, surely you must have souvenirs from your journeys that could evoke memories.
I've got lots. It's just, I don't know what to choose. Proof that I boarded the express. The conductor gave me this.
Memories from the Astral Express? That should do the trick. Something related to your work. Good.
So shiny and pretty. I picked up this little guy in Belobog's underworld. They've got loads of it down there. I just chipped off a tiny piece.
I can understand a young girl's fondness for glittering gemstones.
One of my fondest memories on the Xianzhou.
No comment. I happen to prefer Star Taro bubble tea. Is that it? Miss March, are you not able to provide possessions from before you lost your memory?
Before I lost my memory? So, something I don't remember getting? Even then, I couldn't be sure it was from before I lost my memory, right?
It may be strange to you, but to infer the past, I need materials that were pertinent at that time. Could you try recalling some memories again?
From before the memory loss. Before the Express. I'm sorry, Master Diviner. When Himiko found me in the ice, I was stark naked. like a newborn baby. I didn't have any items with me. And before you ask, no, I don't have any of that ice lying around. It melted away not long after I was rescued. Oh yeah! You sure are a smart cookie. My six-phased ice ability must date from before the memory loss. Master Diviner, any ice I create should do, right?
It should indeed. I'll have someone place the material in the base of the terminal of the Matrix. Miss March, please position yourself in the Matrix core. We may begin our inference whenever you are ready. The Matrix has clear diagnostics. Miss March, are you ready yet?
I'm pretty sure I should be. Almost kinda ready to go.
Please be prepared. Not all memories are suitable for reawakening. People carry with them much pain and suffering. If you're not ready, we can pause the inference process. I would never wish for good intentions to result in harm.
I'm okay. Let's do it. Only way to find out is to give it a go.
Very well. I will soon connect you to the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, where the Matrix will read your memories and guide you back into your past. If you reach a block in your memory, the Matrix will use the data gathered to derive a scenario and construct a possible past for you.
Got it. Oh, can she join me too?
I'm sorry, that would be highly inadvisable. You form the nexus of the Matrix's inference. She would only introduce redundant data to the system. In other words, inside the memory palace that the Matrix constructs, the only person you'll be able to count on is yourself. Don't worry. I can communicate with you from outside the Matrix and manipulate the recollection process to a certain extent. Let's begin. The Matrix of Prescience has reconstructed your past. Before you is a space generated from the memories and items you provided as raw materials. Are you okay, Miss March?
I'm good. Everything seems normal.
You have a strong constitution. Most individuals feel nauseous after being presented with a dizzying excess of information provided by the Matrix.
I must be seeing things. Why are there two Fushens here?
Your eyes are working just fine. One of the Fushwens is a projection of me which allows us to communicate with each other at all times. The other Fushuen indicates that I existed during this part of your experience.
What experience is this? It looks like the healer's market.
Unless I'm mistaken, this must be the time we broke into the Alchemy Commission.
Really? That can't be right. I remember there were lots of Cloud Knights in the plaza.
Well, this is just a Matrix inference, remember? Distortions are possible. Although the scale of this distortion is surprising. Try communicating with the Fushuen you see over there. We should hear what the Master Diviner has to say.
Miss Fushuen, is that you?
Wrong, Fushuen.
Miss Fushuen, is that—
If we want to resolve the Stellaron crisis, we must refine the question. What is the crux of the problem? Generally, it is believed that when one seizes on the crux of a problem, the problem will split open like bamboo on the edge of a knife. Nobody could have foreseen the catalyzing effect of the Stellaron on the ambrosial arbor. As the ancients said, blessings bring about misfortune and vice versa. Nature has its own algorithm, and it is precisely when fate wins betwixt blessing and misfortune that I, a master diviner of masterful proportions, am called on to save the people of the Luofu.
What the heck is she talking about? Master Diviner, did you actually say that at the time? I can't remember.
It would appear that in Miss March's estimation, I'm somewhat of a blabbermouth.
No, I've always seen you as a masterful Master Diviner.
Despite the obvious distortions in this experience, the base materials from which it is composed are taken from your actual memory. There is no falsehood here. In other words, your subconscious mind thinks that I talk in tongue twisters.
It's mainly just that I, can't always comprehend the lofty ideals and, principles you discuss.
Forget it. Now is not the time for losing one's temper. If the inferred experience is distorted, we should focus on filtering out each distortion one by one. Otherwise, we won't be able to trace your memories back any further.
This is getting a little complicated. Is there a simpler explanation?
Draw your bow and fire an arrow at that Fu Xuan. All things in this world, human creations, together as one.
A blade knows no mercy. Your end approaches.
You don't.
I'm on guard.
It came together.
You bully!
That paradox. Savor it for me.
You don't look so good.
Lance at the ready.
That freaked me out. I don't like people suddenly deciding to fight me. Now, let's see who's here. Ting Yun, Welt, General Jing Yuan, and also her. I don't have to fight all of them, right? The Master Diviner was easy peasy, but I don't think I could take General Jing Yuan.
Easy peasy? The interference factor creating the distortion here should only have one source. That is, the person present who shouldn't be.
So I have to pick someone and clear them of interference?
Exactly. My projection will disappear for the moment so as to not cloud your judgment. If you can hear my voice, then it means I'm watching over you.
You're the best, Master Diviner.
I hope the best version of me can overwrite the gloriously absurd version that lives in your subconsciousness.
The person present who shouldn't be. Who could that be?
Roll up, roll up! Miss March, would you like to take a look at the latest edition of the Xianzhou Beauty Index? The chance of drawing a Luofu.
Miss Ting Yun! It's great to see you so happy, but I can't help feeling a little sad.
The past is in the past! What is there to feel sad about? Live every day as if it were your last. Don't be sad.
General, hello! General? General Jing Yuan? Jing Yuan? Oh, what's his deal? Who falls asleep standing up anyway?
This is clearly your subconscious projecting onto the General.
I remember now. The General wasn't there when we broke into the Alchemy Commission. Looks like we found the source of our distortion.
March 7th.
Ah! You scared me. Why'd you wake up so suddenly?
Are you not satisfied with your life as it is?
I'm satisfied.
Then why are you obsessing over the past?
All things in this world, human creations! It came together as one.
A blade knows no mercy. Your end approaches.
It's time. Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
What is your prescription?
Reciprocity. Excellent.
You impede me. That paradise may be unreachable. Savor it for me.
Lance at the ready.
What is that?
I know what this is. It's a Bellabog heater. Wait a minute. What's a Bellabog heater doing at the healer's market?
Looks like part of one experience has infiltrated another. A foreign object, so to speak.
A foreign object? That sounds like a medical issue. Will it require surgery?
No. I believe the object is a sign of the Matrix purging distortion. It has managed to trace back to another one of your experiences. Make contact with the object. Let's see if we can jump over into that experience. Bellabog. I've seen that name somewhere in the astral charts. There are many similar star systems on the Xianzhou trade routes. Unfortunately, all of them lost contact after the appearance of the Antimatter Legion.
Yeah, Bellabog is a kind of snowy doomsday city. There are heaters like this all over the place. Otherwise, people wouldn't survive. Come on, Master Diviner. I'll give you a whirlwind tour of Bellabog. Is touching a heater a good idea? This thing is red hot. What if my hand turns extra crispy?
It's okay. This is a memory space. If something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory.
Well, I was never beaten up by Jing Yuan in reality either.
Enough of that. Touch it.
Hey, don't pull on my hand. Ow, ow, ow! Hot, hot, hot! What the actual... That thing was flaming hot! You said things that never happened to me in reality couldn't happen here.
I said that if something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory. I didn't say anything about the sensation of injury. So this is Bellabog. I was expecting it to be cold.
It's freezing. What? Master Diviner, aren't you cold? I can't stop shivering.
Most likely a result of me never having experienced true cold. I'm afraid you'll have to do the shivering by yourself. On the Luofu, you and I have shared experiences, and so I was able to provide more active assistance. But in Belobog, you'll have to rely on your own judgment to ascertain the source of distortion, and get the foreign object to appear.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Miss March, I have one more thing to ask. Have you ever experienced great suffering?
What? I don't think so. Why are you suddenly asking me that?
Sometimes people forget extreme memories to protect themselves from suffering. Perhaps you didn't notice, but in your memories of the Luofu, everyone you met was either hinting or explicitly stating that you should stop trying to remember. I believe this is most likely your subconscious communicating with you directly. Though, of course, we cannot rule out that external forces may have interfered with your memory. In the latter case, it is possible that someone decided to leave warnings in your subconscious to prevent you from recalling the truth.
Am I really that important to someone? I don't think there's anyone who'd go to all the trouble of locking up my memories.
And yet, memories are precisely what you seek, no? I say this to say one thing. Are you certain you wish to continue exploring your memories?
You said external forces might be messing with my head, right? That just makes me more curious. No one gets away with locking up my memories. Let's go. I'll show you the way to Goethe Hotel.
Very well. I must admit that I'm finding the whole matter more interesting by the minute.
This memory should be from the first day we arrived in Belobog. By the second day, we were wanted criminals already. The person present who shouldn't be. Who could it be?
The tea service at Goethe Hotel is first class, especially this Whale-Tide Spring. They say that an architect once used the preservation's power to make camellias bloom on the snow plains, and that this tea is made from those leaves. Whale-Tide Spring? Isn't that a variety of Xianzhou tea?
My brain must be filling in the blanks. Probably because I never drank any famous tea in Belobog.
Ugh, so bitter! Yuck! Bitter tea is good for your health.
Ugh, bitter is bitter. If it tastes like that, it doesn't really matter how good for you it is.
There's an old saying in Belobog, blessed is he who can eat the bitterest of bitter. These experiences are becoming increasingly distorted.
Seems like my subconscious mind has no talent for screenwriting.
I'm not sure your conscious mind does either.
I'm not denying it.